Hey y'all, you have been guided to Sarah's Healing Chronicles. Today's topic is trust your intuition for life's next steps. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into this message and see what guidance that your spirit guides and angels and your ancestors and the divine have for you today. So, thank you for being here and for supporting. Um, don't forget to like and subscribe if it resonates. Leave a comment if you'd like. But yeah, so there's something that the divine wants you to trust your intuition. I was gonna say information for some reason. Trust your intuition on whatever's getting ready to happen in your life. There could be some major changes. There could be some things you've been worried about. Maybe you haven't known what to do in some situations or why you're going through some situations, but trust that there's a reason. You do have divine support. Um, and it's important right now that you protect your energy and you cleanse your energy. Stay grounded, keep your vibrations raised, because as you get closer to this purpose that you're working on, your goals, as you get closer to what you are getting ready to achieve, things are going to get a lot tougher for you. And this isn't any kind of karma, this is your refining period. So some people like to say, oh, well, if you've got a bad situation and you've done something wrong. Well, I disagree with that, honestly, because, I was raised in church and I know a lot about the Bible. Went to Christian school. We had Bible class every day. It was mandatory. First part of the day, we had Bible study and devotion. So I know a little bit. So what I was thinking about the other day was the story of Joseph. Joseph was loved by his father. And Joseph's brothers, I think he had like 10 brothers. I could be wrong. Could have been a different number. It's been a long time, y'all. But he had a lot of brothers and they were jealous because why does Joseph get all the love from our father and we're out here working and he's running around with this pretty coat of many colors and all of that? And I guess that wasn't a thing back in the day. So they did a whole bunch of horrible things to Joseph. At one point, they sold him into slavery. They're like, yep, we got rid of him. They made their father believe that he was dead because they were that jealous of him. And while Joseph was, sold into slavery, he started working towards his purpose. He used to interpret dreams and, he became someone that was really loved by the king of, where he was. I can't really I don't know all the facts because I forgot them. But the king, was like, okay, you're going to pretty much be my right hand man. I need you. I've been having all these dreams, and you're the only one that's been able to help me. And everything looked good. Like Joseph is living pretty good right now. But then what happened? The king's wife tried to seduce him. And when he couldn't be seduced, she lied and said that he R-worded her. He didn't. And what happened? He went back to jail. Or he went to jail and he was in there. And while he was in there, he was still working towards his purpose. And all of these bad things kept happening to Joseph. Joseph didn't deserve any of that, no. But it was refining him, it was leading him to his purpose. So instead of thinking, oh, what have I done wrong? Refocus your thoughts and know that everything is happening for a reason. But there's a strong need to protect your energy right now and to stay grounded, stay meditating and prayed up, because things are getting ready to happen for you that are going to be so great. And I'm not going to say, oh, you're going to just be good from then on, because when Joseph became the king's right hand man, he still had to go to prison because of what the wife said. And oh, yeah, so he finally got out of prison, right? Even though while he was in there, he was helping the prisoners in there, well, what they had going on. Well, he got out, and a long story short, there was a famine in the land where his brothers and his father lived, and they had to travel to where he lived to get food to eat. So he was the leader of that. He was the one, that helped the king know what to do because the dreams that he was interpreting. And when his brothers came asking for help, he recognized them. They didn't recognize him, but he recognized them. Um, and so they got him. They got Joseph got his brothers to bring his father and I guess one of his little brothers and everything. And you know, the dream he had when he was younger finally came to pass. He had a dream that really made his brothers mad about him being their leader and them bowing down to him, and that actually came true. But in the meantime, good things happened to Joseph, and things worked out in his favor. But at the same time, he also experienced some hardships and some trying times. He had to live without his father, and he loved his father. His father loved him. So, yeah, it's time to change your thoughts and your perception, see the bigger picture, see things from a different point of view. Keep chasing your dreams, because whatever you've been doing is getting ready to pay off. Don't lose hope because it hasn't paid off yet. You thought it was going to happen like that, and it hasn't. That doesn't mean that it's not going to. So don't give up. Okay? This is a refining period. And it's time for you to trust your intuition on your next steps. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, divine. What is coming into the collective's awareness? What is coming into the collective's awareness? Only take the messages that resonate. Leave what does not fit you or your situation. And yeah, flip or reverse the roles as you see fit. I could be saying they did something, but that resonates with you, and vice versa. I could be saying he, I could be saying she. Flip or reverse it. There's no gender. It's gender fluids. So, yeah, you are divinely supported. You could be seeing the number 1010 a lot. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Your ancient ancestors stand beside you. A lot of people who have this purpose have been standing alone. They probably ain't got no friends or little to none. Their family has either, burned their bridges with them or left them hanging. And it may look like physically, yeah, I am alone, but your ancestors are with you, always with you, guiding you, giving you the support, working as your spirit guides. And I just feel like you're really going to know that. You're really going to know that they are protecting you. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And, what I was just talking about, those family members that, maybe they didn't respect your boundaries. Maybe they burned their bridges with you. There's some family members that, are friends who you may still be somewhat connected to, but they are also connected to the family members that you've already, you've tried to have a decent relationship with these people, but they never respected your boundaries. They were constantly being disrespectful. You were the scapegoat, the black sheep. And yeah, there's just still something that needs to be released, something or someone that needs to be released, because you see, this person looks like they are protecting their energy in this card. And it's time for you to do that too. And you may think, well, I'm already so alone. This family or friend that I still have in my energy, they're not even really there. Like, I only talk to them sometimes, but Spirit has really, really been on this for me. Like, you got to release it. You got to heal from it so that you can walk into this new beginning. Because this new beginning isn't going to take place without releasing, So, and I always say, people are guilty by association. There's been times where I had a falling out with a friend, and like the friends that they kept that were also my friends, I quit talking to all of them because birds of a feather, guilty by association. But yeah, ask yourself, where do you need to establish better boundaries, um, so that you can keep your energy cleansed, so that you can tap into your spiritual gifts, and don't dim your light to fit in. How are you dimming your light to fit in with others? Maybe you're not being yourself all the way. Maybe, you kind of try and water it down because you feel like, people can't take you all the way because it's a little bit too strong, or maybe you're worried about what they think a little bit. And it's time to just be yourself all the time. Like if you're walking in a park and there's beautiful flowers around the path, those flowers are going to stay bloomed and beautiful and wide and open, regardless of who walks past them. And you need to be in that same energy. Don't just close yourself up because, oh my God, somebody is walking over here and I don't want them to think that I think I'm better than them. If you don't, then don't worry about it. If they think that, know that we are all reflections of each other. So if they think that when they look at you, you think something about yourself that you don't, that's just some inner work they need to deal with on their own. It has nothing to do with you. So just be yourself all the time. Okay. And I feel like that all of these things that I've been talking about, you're going to realize the importance of keeping your energy protected, those boundaries up, and just being yourself, regardless of what anyone has to say or think. Maybe, you do some things and some of your family members are like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Or some of your friends are like, oh, that's, if this is what you feel led to do, then this is what you need to do. Don't let someone else's insecurities or fear because lack of knowledge get in the way of you being you. You can respectfully tell them that, thank you for your input, but I'm not out here doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm actually trying to help others. So I'm sorry that you see it a different way, but that's just your perception. And you can be respectful and kind if they respectfully are like, okay, well, I understand that. But if they come at you and get all nasty and ugly, keep some boundaries in place. So yeah, I feel like I'm talking to someone that is going to be a teacher, is going to help guide others, So just know that everything's working out in your favor. The scales are balancing. But gonna go ahead and clarify. Spirit, clarify. Keepers of Earth. I've got Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a person that stands alone, that has gained prosperity all on their own. And while her spirit guides, or his spirit guides, have been there around in any type of form, they could be, in the spirit of your pets or animals or nature. They could just be with you, just with you. Maybe you have an altar where you have their pictures and you give them food and water and you talk to them. They're with you, supporting you in spirit. And sometimes you need that quietness while you're alone to tap into your intuition so that you can know what to do in life's next steps for you. Spirit, clarify boundaries. Clarify boundaries for me. I got the Ace of Cups. So when it comes to those boundaries, you making sure that you have them in place and you release what needs to be released before this new beginning can take place. Whether this new beginning is love, a new connection in business, it could be anything that just makes you extremely happy. It could be a fertility, a pregnancy. It could be a new business that really takes off for you. Something that is a new beginning for you. But you have to have those boundaries in place. I feel like your spirit guides may have been trying to get this message to you for a while, but it's hard. Maybe there are some people that you have let go of, but these people disrespected your boundaries and found a different way to squeeze back in and kind of put you on a guilt trip. And so, you're back to square one, like, well, maybe I just won't talk to them as much, or maybe I'll just, but they're still in your energy. And I feel like you're really about to understand the importance of your boundaries so that you can have this peace of mind, this happiness, so that you can, be in a better place. 2121 can be significant to somebody. Or look up that angel number 2121 and see what it says. Spirit, clarify, don't dim to fit in. Don't dim to fit in. So, this Queen of Pentacles is just being herself, her abundant, beautiful, nurturing, loving self. Not worried about what anyone else had to say about her, what they thought, or him. Flip it where you need to. And it's attracted so many beautiful things to you by just knowing that you can shine brightly, and it actually pays off for you, because people don't really You can have this fake persona. You can try and dim yourself down a little bit. And, maybe you have a lot of just a lot of, things just not really working out or things really not happening because I feel like, you'll be more attractive when you are authentic and living in your purpose. So keep it authentic and be yourself. And you might think that there's things that are weird about you. You might think that, oh well, let me just try and be this person that I seen online or somewhere because they, it works for them. Well, that's because they're being them. It's time for you to be you and know that comparison is the thief of joy. So be yourself. Your beautiful, loving, and nurturing, abundant self. Okay? Spirit, what is the collective going to experience in the near future? What is the collective going to experience in the near future? I got my deck upside down. Well, these kind of just fell out. I'm actually going to take them. I feel like, okay, I've got the Fool. I feel like you're going to take that risk. Maybe you're going to invest because when you invest, you take a risk on a business or, you know, a company or something like that. So you're going to take a risk, and it could be on any aspect: love, finance, career, any other aspect of your life, your health, your wealth. Um, and I feel like you're going to be collaborating with somebody because I've got the Three of Pentacles. And when you get with somebody and things just start flourishing for both of y'all, I feel like you were meant to be with this person, whether in business or love. Remember, when you get with someone and all of a sudden you both start doing bad, money bad, y'all like, oh, what are we gonna eat today? And you just stressed out because you don't even want to think about it, and or you start a business with somebody and it's just you dread it and you're not making any money, and that's the universe telling you that wasn't in the cards for you. You need to go ahead. So when you're guided to someone and you actually grow, things grow, whether in business or love, that's just a sign, because then the other card that came out was the Two of Cups. There is going to be an emotional connection coming in soon, um, within the near future, because that's what I asked. What will the collective experience in the near future? And it's just going to be someone that you can just understand. They understand you. You're in sync. Things just go okay because you were yourself and you didn't dim your light. You trusted your intuition. And now all of a sudden, things are just working out. Okay? The future looks bright. So keep trusting your intuition. Spirit guides, ancestors, and angels, what does the collective need to focus on? What does the collective need to focus on? Yeah, this zero, I'm just getting drawn to the zero on the Fool card here. Zeros represent new beginnings. So as soon as you put your boundaries up so your new beginnings can come in and you were authentic and yourself, took that risk, things just start working out in your favor. So if you don't know how you're going to get out of the situation that you're in, what you're going to do, why you even got into this situation. Just trust your intuition and know that, things happen for a reason. Maybe you need to get a reading. I was about to say reading. Things happen for a reason. It's just the divine plan that's been guiding you all along. And a lot of the times you just have to change your perspective because, yeah, your mind can make things look worse than they really are. So stay focused. Okay. What do you need to focus on? King of Wands. I've got King of Wands. King of Wands. Okay. What does the collective need to focus on, Spirit? Feel like you're going to have to focus on leading, whether that be guiding others, leading by example, being a boss, a business owner. What does the collective need to focus on? That's too many cards. I feel like the more you focus on leading, with time comes, perfection, or, growth. With time comes growth. More opportunities are just going to come in. So just focus on growing. Or maybe, your success is going to grow and it's going to continue to skyrocket. So focus on building, investing. Yeah, because that's underneath the Three of Pentacles. So whatever you collaborated with that started growing, it's going to continue to grow and it's going to get so big. So be ready, be in the mindset to receive. Stay ready so you never have to get ready. Look at this High Priestess. The High Priestess is someone who trusts their intuition, who knows things, just subconsciously knows them, trust them. Got the Two of Wands coming out here. You may need to make a decision on which way to go, what action to take. So trust your intuition, trust in your divine support, guidance. Make sure you continue to stay grounded through it all. We don't just pray and meditate when we're trying to get somewhere, but when we've got there, we need to stay connected. We need to stay plugged in. That is so important. Keep your vibration raised, and in doing so, you are raising the earth's vibration as well, starting with yourself. But yeah, there's going to be a decision that you need to make on an action that needs to be taken, or which way you need to go. Trust your intuition. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you've gotten so big that, maybe you're not just known in your town or in your community or your town. Maybe you're statewide. Maybe you're growing to nationwide. Maybe you're growing to worldwide. So stay focused, yo. Stay focused and take this action based on your support from your divine guidance. Spirit guides, ancestors, and divine angels. What is it that the collective is going to need to release? Okay, we're going to just take these three that came out. I've got the devil. Anything that has control over you, if something's taking too much of your time and it's not you creating, it needs to be released. Whether, if it's too much scrolling, if it's too much consuming, either eating too much or watching too much of something, if you drink or do anything else, maybe it's time to release what isn't working for you. If it isn't helping you get to your purpose, it's time to release it. And it shouldn't be something that you probably do every day. If you want to do it maybe once a week for a set period of time, but don't let it get in the way of where you are going, because we've got the Ace of Pentacles here. Whatever it is that's trying to take your time or your energy, it's going to stand in your way when it comes to this Ace of Pentacles, which is a big opportunity, especially in money and finance. So also I've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is, fear of growing. It's, you've got all your money and you're like, oh, I'm just going to keep it safe in the bank, when you should be investing it. And when that money makes money for you, then invest all of that money and keep growing. Whatever it is you're working on, keep growing, because you're going to be successful. You're learning all the lessons that you need to learn with that divine support, with you trusting your intuition. Okay, I'm just going to get some advice. Let's see, Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective? Tapped into this message. What advice do you have for the collective, Spirit? Another thing, make sure you're keeping your vibrations raised, and when someone comes to you trying to get reaction, don't give it to them. You're in control of you. Stay in control of you. That's another thing I was getting. Stay in control of you. Release, thinking that you need to be right or you need to have the last word. Release feeling like you aren't good enough to grow as big as you are getting ready to grow. Release not believing in yourself. Okay? Because things are going to go so big and so high for you. All right, Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective? Got the Knight of Swords. I've got the Six of Wands. I feel like you're going to move on from what has been controlling you. You're just going to drop it and be like, look, it's in my way. I want success. I want a better way. I want a better life. And I feel like you're just going to get focused, get your gear on, get moving, and it's going to work out in your favor. And you're going to have so much success here. The Six of Wands literally means victorious. Something that you were successful. You're going to have so many people who know who you are in a good way. Spirit, clarify the Four of Pentacles. clarify. I'm just gonna. Sheesh. Okay, I'll take them both. All right, on the bottom, I do have the Four Wands. So, trusting in your intuition brought you financial stability. It brought you the family that was supposed to be in your life, your soul family. You know, family is the ones who come in and choose to love us no matter what, not the ones we were born into, unless they choose to love and support you no matter what. But if you're like me, you know that, your family wasn't like that, not the one you were born into. They were your karmic family. And then I'm gonna just take the last two cards that came out for your advice. I've got the Queen of Swords and the Empress. It is going to be mind over matter. You're going to do what you need to do and to move forward and not have this fear of having to hold your coins too tightly, because you know that you deserve the abundance and the wealth and the success as you live in your purpose. And it's just going to continue to grow because you believed in yourself. This Empress is someone who is very fertile, and it's because she creates. The number 3 means create, and we were born to create. So if you're consuming more than you create, it's time to start creating, because we were created in the image of God, the creator of all creators. So believe that, and make sure there's something that you create every day for yourself, for your life, whatever that looks like for you. That is the advice that I have for you. I'm going to pull a few cards to give confirmation or advice or whatever comes out to tie this reading together before I close it out. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, divine, can you clarify this message so I can close it out? What other messages did you need to have come out? Cancer energy just tried to come out, and Cancers are very creative. I believe the Empress is a Cancer card. I believe. I could be wrong, but that's that energy of being creative. My 9-year-old is so creative, and she has been ever since she was very young. She'd be like 3, 4 years old, and she figure out how to make some Barbie clothes for her Barbies out of just whatever she had. So that's another message. You have everything you need to get started now. There's no more learning you need to do. There's no more things you need to get. Start now. Create now. And you can learn over time. You can continue to learn as you create. You can get things as you grow. But just start now, because you have everything you need right now to get started. And it might not look perfect or pretty at first, but don't give up. Believe in yourself, because the more you work at something, the more time and energy you give something, the better you get at it. So start. Believe in yourself and start. Release doubt. Release fear and procrastination. Okay? Make peace your priority. There was a couple times tonight or during this reading where I said, don't let anyone get a reaction out of you. Stay in control of you. You don't need the last word. You're on the right path. 333. You could be seeing that number a lot too. I've got, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get started. It doesn't have to be perfect. So, and we're here for just a limited amount of time on earth in our human bodies. So don't waste your time. Use it wisely, love. All right, refocus. Things will balance out. So keep focus. 666. That is not a bad number. It just means that you may need to refocus or stay focused, but just know that things are going to balance out. It's time to let go. There's something that you need to let go of. So this new beginning can come in. I don't know, it could be a brother. It could be someone like a brother. But if they're holding you back, they're holding you down, and you're staying loyal to somebody that's keeping you from what you need to do, it's time to release. Only you can make that call for you. I'm not telling everybody go cut their brothers off. If you have great, amazing brothers who support and love you and don't speak ill on your name and don't disrespect your boundaries, I don't know what that feels like, but I'm sure there are others who do. This just flipped out. Stay focused. Stay focused. Because why? Because of this. So that you can keep investing it. I feel like some people are going to get this and they're going to, give back to the community, and then they're going to give back to their state, and they're going to give back to their country, and then they're going to give back to the world. Maybe you're going to start helping others that, giving people a hand up that's had a hard time. Maybe you live somewhere where there's a high population in the homeless community, and some of them just hit hard times, and I feel like you're going to be teaching them and guiding them and giving them the tools that they need to keep growing on their own without just getting handouts. You're gonna give them a hand up, something that they don't need to come back every day. Oh, I come every day over here to the soup kitchen to get a meal. But you're going to be teaching them to change their mind. You're going to teach them how to grow their own business. You're going to teach them so much. And that could be your dream. It could be somebody else's dream, or you could have a different dream. Let go of toxicity to be ready to receive new opportunities. And this literally came out, and it's coming out again to confirm that this message was from your spirit, guys, and you needed to hear it. 888 888. That means abundance. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. Because when you trust your intuition, it'll lead you where you need to go for life's next steps. Okay, that is you all's message. I hope that it has helped and blessed somebody, even if that somebody is me. I love y'all and I appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you're still here. All right, I'm sending you so much love. Take care.